What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, baby. Y'all want to see me beat up Stipe? One thing I know about the UFC is we give the fans what they want to see. Stipe Miocic, I hope you're training, my guy. You're the greatest heavyweight of all time, and that's what I want. I want you real bad.
Man, it's low-key lockdown, and we back with another fighter breakdown / analysis. Or maybe we could call it a versus, I guess. Yes. So we got Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. And I know that this fight is going to happen, and I think it's going to happen in July. You know, during International Fight Week. I want to see it. I want to see it real bad. And Jon Jones, he said he wants Stipe real bad. I'd be kind of worried if Jon Jones told me he want me real bad. Yeah, we not fighting, buddy. We not fighting, bucko. Where the nine at? Ain't no way, bro. But yeah, in all seriousness, this is gonna be a lot better fight than the Cyril Gane fight. One, because Cyril Gane has the takedown defense of a pregnant turtle, so it wasn't really that hard for Jon Jones to get him on the ground in the first place. Not taking anything away from Jon, because Jon Jones he went out there and did his shit. He went out there and did his shit, and he did it in front of a packed out, sold out crowd after 3 years of no fighting at all. So that's very highly commendable. And he did that shit in astonishing fashion. However, Stipe Miocic has a lot better takedown defense than Cyril Gane. For one, he fought Daniel Cormier, which is he's a wrestler. He's a wrestler. You hear me? Daniel Cormier is definitely a wrestler. He was able to keep him at bay for most of the fight. So with that being said, I think that takedown defense and wrestling ability will play a bigger factor in this fight with Stipe and Jon Jones. I think it'll remain a lot. I think it'll remain up top for the most part, but I could be wrong, because Jon Jones could just turn it into a dog fight like he does all of his other fights. He'll just slam him on his back and start throwing elbows and knees and illegal shit. I don't know. He's a menace, man. He's really a menace. But yeah, this fight is going to be a lot closer than the Cyril Gane fight, honestly. Way closer. And the only thing that I'm concerned about with Stipe Miocic is he's 40. He's getting old, man. He's really old at this point. Fighting 40 years old is kind of crazy. He's been a firefighter, so he hasn't had time to really just lock in all the time and practice. But I have faith in his ability to study film. I think that he studied film real well on Jon's. I think that he is a better mental preparer for a fight than Cyril Gane was. I think he's going to definitely watch Jon to see what flaws and weaknesses he has. I said weaknesses? What the fuck? Bruh. Look, it's been a long morning. But yeah, Jon Jones is younger. I think he's more well-rounded in his wrestling capabilities, though. I think that this is a different Jon Jones than we've seen. He's really locked in. He's focused. He's taking his training serious. He's taking his life more serious. I think he really is trying to put that GOAT status past the moon. I think he's trying to make an unbreakable legacy. And at this point, who can break his legacy right now? Nobody. But if he adds on to it, then shit. I don't know how you're going to do that. He's very willing to inflict extreme pain on his opponents, even if it's illegal. So, Jon Jones got that killer mindset that he's going to need for this fight. I think that's an awesome attribute to have as a fighter, because some people, they're spare, they're like pull punches that they know would hurt them, because mentally you wouldn't want somebody to do it to you. But Jon Jones do not care. He don't care. He don't care at all. He's not one of those people that really considers his opponent when they're fighting. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because technically you could die inside of a UFC octagon. So you're supposed to be trying to fight to kill, because they could kill you. So with Jon Jones and Stipe has heavier hands. Jon Jones kicks a lot harder. Stipe is a natural heavyweight. That's one of those things that's going to play a factor in this fight. He's a natural heavyweight. He moves better at the weight. He's able to move around that heavyweight because he's been there for a long time. Jon Jones, however, he was kind of goofy on his feet, which he said himself. He said he was feeling goofy on his feet. So I don't know how he's going to look when he's actually in striking exchanges, even though he outstrikes Cyril Gane from up top, because Cyril Gane was clearly shitting bricks when Jon Jones was coming after him. Clearly shitting a pile of bricks when Jon Jones was coming after him. It looked pretty bad. So he's a lot stronger everywhere than Cyril Gane was. Stipe has more experience with fighting championship bouts. He's a good wrestling background. I like it. I think this fight could be very, very good. But at the same time, I think this fight could also go the same way that the Cyril Gane fight goes, because Jon Jones, I don't know. He's just going to find something about you that you don't know about yourself. And then you're just going to end up dying. On the floor. On the mat. Dead. You feel me? Rampage. Dead. Bro, he fought so many fighters and just, like, completely blew them out of water. Like, and they really weren't prepared for it. I think he studies film very well, man. The only thing is, there's been a couple fighters that have laid down the blueprint to beating Jon Jones, but nobody ain't really been able to pull that shit off. And I don't even think it's really a for sure blueprint. It's a hope. You can hope. You can hope this works. Every fighter has weaknesses, but you can hope. But at that point, he's gonna start really, really locking in and doing all kinds of shit. I think that he'll get disqualified before he lose. No bullshit. I think he'll get disqualified before he lose. Stipe Miocic, he's the GOAT in his area. You feel me? He's the GOAT in his heavyweight area. And one thing about heavyweight that I'm going to have to say that gives Jon Jones edge, the heavier you go up in weight class, the less skilled the fighters. In every single fighting sport that you... Matter of fact, in every single sport that you actually entertain, the heavier you go up in weight, the least skill is required to do that task. Football, offensive lineman, not a very hard job. Well, strength-wise, mentally, not very hard. Heavyweight boxers, they depend on their power more than their skill set a lot. Deontay Wilder knocked everybody out. And he wasn't really the best skilled boxer, but he definitely had... Well, Deontay Wilder, I can't really use him as an example. It's really hard to use him as an example, so I'm not going to do that. The heavyweight division in the UFC was sloppy for a while. Now they're pretty stacked. They're stacked now, I'm not going to lie. But... that don't mean they're definitely not more skilled than the light heavyweight was when he was Jon Jones was in it, man. Jon Jones is out there giving them boys the business, the boogeyman out there, man. He's really out there giving them the business, and I think that he's gonna give Stipe Miocic the business in July. I think that this fight is gonna be a little bit closer to. Oh my God, I need to get some sleep. This fight is gonna be a little bit closer than the one with Cyril Gane. I'm glad to see it. I think that Jon Jones is gonna come out victorious, because it's just too many factors that play against Stipe Miocic. When you come off of a knockout loss like that, it's really hard to shake back, and especially knowing that you're about to fight the best fighter pound for pound the world has ever seen. I think that's a lot of pressure to put on a person who just got knocked out, and it's been a while since they fought, and he just seen that Cyril Gane got took down in an astonishing fashion. And with that being said, man, I think that Jon Jones wins this fight damn near 70 to... Nah, I ain't going to say that. I'm going to say he wins this fight 60-40. 60-40 because it's just too many... Stipe too old, man. He's just too old. I feel like this fight would have been different if Stipe was back in his prime, but he's not. And that's not on Jon Jones at all, because, Jon Jones, he was doing his shit. He ain't have time to think about Stipe. He was out there conquering and doing side quests and laying down his legacy, so that's not on him. Some fighters will wait till you're out of your prime. He wasn't doing that. Some fighters will wait till you're out of your prime. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. But yeah, I think that this fight is going to be pretty good, but I think that this fight is not going to be as competitive as people think. Stipe Miocic was a great fighter, 100%, hands down. But Jon Jones is a better fighter, 100,000%, hands down. So with that being said, man, we out. Let me know what y'all think. I don't want to hear y'all, crying and groaning and moaning in my comments about, oh, you misjudged Stipe, this and that. Okay, bro, please tell me what happens to most fighters after a knockout loss. Tell me, please explain. I'm not saying that no fighter can shake back, but you're 40 and trying to shake back. And it's been a while since you fought anyway. And you've been firefighting. It's not like you've just been at home training. So please, you let me know what makes more sense. Would it make more sense that Jon Jones, who just came back and he's been training for these kind of fights, and he's been locked in and focused to win? Or does it make more sense for Stipe, who's been a firefighter, got knocked out on his last fight, and who isn't quite a better wrestler than Jon Jones, to win? And with that being said, bless y'all soul. Amen. We out, man.